How are y'all? Everybody have their pajamas on and a beverage of their choice. I am drinking a red blend, and this glass says, I do yoga. Just kidding. I drink wine in a yoga pants. Hey, Emily. Hey, Chris. Hey, Kimberly. Hey, Teresa. This is so awesome. This is actually because of Emily that I've done this. Like, I could not figure out my live stream. Hey, yo, Kesha. Hi. I can never decide if it's Kesha or Keisha because of fucking Kesha, but technically, Tracy, how are you? So as you can see, I did a better job this time, and I got on the StreamYard because I thought that maybe this time I couldn't mess it up. So I'm very excited. To all of you who are here live, hello. And to anyone watching the replay, how you doing? Hi, 805 Bird. Hi, Chris. I have to say that because the other Chris is here. Hey, Kelsey. Hey, Vision of You. I love that name. Like, that handle just kills me every time because, like, do y'all know what a U is? Okay, anyways. So I thought it would be fun. You know, one, I wanted to do my lives. I wanted to start scheduling them for you guys because it's weird when I, like, yes, I low-key do hide. I was hiding because I didn't want anybody to know that I was live and, like, actually come and look because it freaked me out. Hi, Leslie. And, but then I was like, I got to start scheduling them. But then it, like, stresses me out. Like, I get super nervous that, like, it's just going to be me sitting here talking to myself. So I'm like, don't go live. Don't schedule it. Then no one's coming. Oh, just quick look. Let's get up a little bit closer right quick just so you guys can see what's happening with my eye situation. This is the Colored Rain Vivid Pigments palette. And I also use just a dash from the Jackie Aina. So I'm going to get my hair back in order and get my curls back. Yolanda Goodman, I'm so glad that you are here. Y'all, Yolanda is you guys do not have to do this. And I don't know if you want me to say this, Yolanda, but I just wanted to say thank you because you did not have to do what you did, but because of your kindness and generosity, I have invested in, I'm trying to figure out what foundation I want to invest in. And I wanted to give you the opportunity to pick a foundation that you would like for me to try. Nothing crazy though. Like, we're not hitting Tom Ford levels because bitch is not that kind of Tom Ford girl. I am not wearing the Screen Queen today. Today I have on the Uoma. You know, I can never, like, as soon as I try to say something, the name of it just, but I have on the Uoma foundation. Yeah, I'm rocking that today. I'm also wearing the Uoma concealer, so it really kind of melts into your skin. So Emily, no, I'm not wearing the Teen Spirit. I'm wearing a different one. I think it's like So Fly maybe, but I'm not positive. You know what? I'm the worst. I'm the worst booty guru ever because I'm always like, I'm wearing some shit on my face. You happy? Thank you, Jen Takes 5. So I just wanted to come in and, like, hang out with you guys for about an hour and a half, spend some time together. I mean, it is so crazy these times that we're in. And you know what? The Pat McGrath Foundation, I might try that. I'm worried about it, but I might try it. Listen, Feffy, I have bad news. The Vivid Pigments palette by the By Guys is sold out right now. So I don't know what to tell you in that regard. I'm like, she's gone. But yeah, it's sold out right now. And I'm like, ooh. And then with regard to, let me grab these two things right quick because I'm a dumbass and I need to have the names together for you guys so you know what's happening here. I had all these plans to put everything in the description before I started, but you know what happened is I slept all day. We're not going to talk about it. I will be right back. If you have anything you need to grab it. Technically, Tracy, thank you. She told me, oh, you guys, I don't know how I, Oh, is that what I do? Thank you, technically, Tracy. You guys don't know how much that means to me because I'm like the absolute worst at blending. So like it's not my deal. Like, hold on, I'll be right back. Hello, baby boy. Oop, I hit the door stop. Sorry if that's loud, I apologize. So I am wearing the Uma Say Wet foundation. This is in T2N. I really love this. I love it so much. And honestly, if you have oily skin or anything, if you start I'm going to start going through this as we do this, but I'll kind of show you how you can wear some of these more luminescent and moisturizing foundations without you looking like an oily grease slick at the end of the day. Then I have on, it is So Fly. I have on the Melania Ludicrous Gloss and So Fly, but underneath it, I have on this Huda Beauty Liquid Matte, and it is in Trophy Wife. I still had some, so I was like, and it's not even a panning thing. It's like, I do like this color. I just don't like it by itself. I like it when I'm want a neutral lip like this, so I kept it. Do not mess with that, Bo. And then I also have on the Uma Stay Woke Concealer. So this is in T1 Brown Sugar. So yeah. Stinky Eggs. Oh, what? Your Uma shade is too deep for you. You got T4C and T4N. Ooh, okay. So here's the thing. I'm definitely going to say that a lot of the, like, for instance, the brown sugar skews a lot more red. So you have to be prepared for it to skew red in the brown sugar area, because I was not prepped. I was not expecting it. I was like, bitch, what? But it does skew more red in the brown sugar. I don't know any of the other ones because obviously I don't have them, but that skewed a lot more red than I thought. And Stinky Eggs said, oh wait, hold on. There we go. Sticky Ed said, my solution to blending is to jam my brush into my hooded eye crease and wiggle. You know what? Okay, so let me just tell you right quick. When it comes, because I guess maybe I do have hooded eyes. Who the fuck knows? I just know I have a gazillion little folds on the ends. And what I figured out works best for me is if I stipple quite a bit, like stipple, and then I start to try to blend it a little bit, because otherwise, if I just try to go in, he is licking the mic. If I just go in and try to just straight up blend, it's going to become a big ass mess, and I'm going to lose any definition on the edges. I'm going to lose all of it. It's just going to be muddy and gross. So if I do a lot of the stippling and then slightly kind of work it in, so here's the thing about when I apply eyeshadow, because of how my eyes are, I'm also old, but I also tend to use brushes like these. This one's not a good brush, but you can see what I'm talking about with how this brush is shaped. And I use these a lot. I tend to draw on a lot of my eyeshadow. Ruth, you are not late. We only just got started. I'm so glad to see you here. But here's the thing. I know everybody has their hooded eyes, their creased eyes, their foldy eyes. I found for me what works best is when I just draw it on. I'm not going to be a person who can just keep doing this and making color, because when I do that, every time without fail, the brush sticks in my folds. And then I just end up whipping the brush over to like this side of my face. And now I've got like a dot of blue on my head that I have to work out. So I just started realizing like I had to work out a style that worked best for me and my eyeshadow application, because I tried all the other stuff that everybody did, and it was terrible. It was terrible for me. They'd be like, oh, you take a fluffy brush, and then here, let me grab my good fluffy one. And it's like, you take this fluffy brush and then you just blend it. And I'm like, okay. And then I do that. And even if I'm using a fluffy brush, what I do is, even if I'm using a fluffy brush, I still go dot, 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 dot. I tend to use like a lot of dot motions rather than trying to do the circles. It just doesn't go well with all of those lines that I have. And I tried it for years. And when I finally just said, you know what, whatever. Yolanda, Your shade, Audra, brown sugar or bronze Venus? The bronze Venus for me is good and orange, like I actually am. Okay, mine is the brown sugar. So here's the thing about this, like, what I love about Uoma, not just its finish, but I really, really love the undertones that they put in these foundations. Because, and Jackie Aina really talked about this with being dark skinned, and most women in general have, like, right here is going to be a different color than the rest of your face. You just have, it's just naturally that way, right? So what I like about this is one of my favorite all over foundations, where I don't have to correct and try to make this look like weird or whatever. Like, I don't have to do a lot of work here. That's my favorite all over right now. Out of everything I've got, that one is currently my favorite all over foundation, because it is the one foundation I have that truly, start to finish, the oxidation directly to your skin tone. And I've noticed that a lot with a large amount of these hydrating, nourishing, hyaluronic acid foundations that have been coming out. If you have not noticed that they are turning into your skin, like, not only is the finish, it's so glorious. It's so glorious. Honestly, I do have a Jouer foundation, which I should maybe have an actual review up for that maybe this week. I'm hoping to. Let's, cross our fingers for motivation. But this one, overall, best finish so far. Feels like my skin on my face. It literally feels like my skin. If I use a small, teensy bit amount of translucent powder to set it, it helps with any kind of transfer. So I'm not getting a ton of transfer from this foundation when I use it properly. Now, in real life, I don't get as much. When I put makeup on for YouTube, I get a lot more transfer. However, keep in mind, I have a lot of lights blasting at me, so I don't want to look completely washed out either. But yeah, I just love this. Of course, we could all use some wine. Psh, get out of here. Feffy says, when I wore foundation, I matched it to the part of the skin I wanted more coverage on because it was a different tone, and that made it blend in with my face perfectly. Yes. So I kind of talked about this in my last video, I think, but it could have just been a Marco Polo with Emily. Who knows? But the thing about this is there's so many people who are always trying to tell you, oh, match it to your chest. Listen, match it to whatever makes you the happiest on your face, because the eyes and the brain do magic stuff, magic stuff. And for most people, you're not going to notice a slight difference between here and there, because your brain's just going to fill in the gap. You have a neck, by the way. You have a whole ass neck. So I just want to say that, like, you have a whole neck here, you're sitting here, you talk like this, you move like this. No one's checking to see that from here all the way to here is the exact same color. All throughout your body and your face, you're so many different colors anyway. If you get up real close and personal to your face, which I have a 10 times mirror, and it's a little frightening, but I can actually see there are spots where, like, there's a little spot here and a little spot here. There's so many different colors going on that realistically, like, the human eye is amazing and the brain is amazing. The same way that somebody can put letters in a word in different places, but you can still read the word. Same thing with your skin, right? Your brain automatically scrambles it together. And that's how it works. Like, that is how it works. Your brain's automatically going to scramble it together and be like, they're the same color, and move on. The only time it's going to make a difference is if you're like orange and the rest of you is like a whole other color. Like, if I made my face orange and the rest of me is dark ass brown, yeah, that's going to look weird. You're going to notice that. Wait a minute. Wait a minute now. I have to bring this up because what is Carlo Rossi? You're going to have to tell me, because I got to know. If it's a wine, I want to know. But I've been drinking a lot of wine, and I was going to get some whiskey today because I wanted to try some whiskey again. I keep trying to try whiskey, but anywho. But yeah. Oh, thank you, Peppy. I did. Okay. Yeah, Keisha, that makes sense though. If you do what works for you, and I'm always like, I'm not going to tell you do this and do that. Do what works for you, just like I do my eyeshadow. I do what works for me. I'm not going to do what works for everybody else, because as it turns out, it doesn't. It's the same thing with my highlighter. For the longest time, I kept trying to put it like right here where everybody else did. But like, that's where my dip is. And when I put it there, it makes my dip super prominent. So I pushed it down a little bit and then did, you know, do a little bit of concealer. And then it's not like my dip is not all like sunken in. And when I put it up there, it's horrible. Yes, the 10 times mirror is a little upsetting. It is a little hurtful. However, I have been getting a little excited by looking at it, because I can definitely tell a difference in how my pores appear when I'm using a retinoid product. So that's cool. Jamie, my forehead is darker and oily while the lower half of my face is lighter and dry. During this extra time, I've realized I need entirely different foundations for each section. Yes, ma'am. I'm so glad you brought that up, because you can do that. You can do foundations or concealer. You do not have to be one shade, and you don't have to mix it with one shade. You don't have to do one all over. I'm so glad you talked about that, because so many people feel like, oh, well, it works right here, but it doesn't work here. And it doesn't work here, but girl, do what makes you look glorious. And by the way, your skin in that photo, fucking luminous. Yes. Sangria. Oh God. Sangria. Ooh, sangria will take you down. Come to Kentucky, we'll do the bourbon trail. I really like, because I feel like I want to be one of those people that like drinks bourbon and whiskey, but like the good shit, not like that bottom barrel, like well shit that they give you that's going to kill you and make you feel sick. Thank you, Emily. I'm going to pull this up right quick, because you said, love seeing you use StreamYard. Yes, this is all you. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try doing it through there, so maybe I don't fuck it up. And I get to use all these cool tools. And I've never even used this before by myself like this. So I don't, tech savvy, what? So quick move off of, actually, it kind of does go into foundation and makeup buying in general. Credit card, y'all. We're going to talk about this right quick. But first, I got to steel myself. It is Bo, B-O. It's a play on David Bowie. His name is Bo David, but I thought it would be weird to have a dog named David Bowie. So the reason I want to talk about credit cards and buying stuff and makeup and all of that is because the economy is becoming a little trashy. And right now is the time where everybody who used to deny you a credit card, a store credit card, they're going to give it to you. Don't let them do it, and don't do it. Regardless of if you have a job or not, regardless of if you're getting paid, do not let them do it, because right now a lot of us are stuck inside. I'm stuck inside only on the weekends. Otherwise I have to go out into the world to work. But they're tricking us because we're all stuck inside. You know what I mean? All these people are going to start giving you a credit card because they know we're all trying to soothe ourselves by buying shit. And I am not immune. I just bought like a little bit of stuff. It was only $73. We're not going to talk about it. But I think that they're all out there in force. And I'm not going to say anything shitty about the companies, because they've been doing this for a long time. They've always been doing this. I don't think that we're going to sit here and be like, predatory. Like, they've always been doing this. But the difference is, before they'd be like, get our store credit card, and then they deny you. Now they're going to give you the credit card. Like, now they're going to give it to you. And they're not going to care. They're just going to give it to you. It may only have a limit of $120, but they're going to give it to you. And then we're all going to be soothed buying. And again, I'm tamping it down as much as I can. I think we all are. But I think we just need to be very, very careful. And I just wanted to throw that out there, even though I am a person who buys and I soothe buy. And I'm having to be careful because, look, I caught myself side-eyeing that, being like, because I knew they were going to give me the credit card. Fuck them. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it this time. But now, PSA over. I just wanted to bring that up. I'm trying to bring up like a little bit of life so that we can keep ourselves from like losing our shit and buying all this stuff. Oh, wait, hold on. I'm an old-fashioned pay everything in cash type of person, but that's because of a cultural thing. I know in the US it's more difficult. It is because, okay, so there's a few reasons why it's a little bit more difficult. One, less and less stores here take cash because of all of the counterfeiting. And then when they do, they won't take bills over a certain amount and all this stuff. But also we're in our houses now. Right now, we can't really go anywhere. So you're home and you're like this, filling up carts, adding things, and it's kicking our asses. So we just have to be a little bit more careful. I definitely have to be more careful because, guess what? Rent is still going to be due for me. And I cannot not pay rent because I was like, I spent like $800 on shit I don't need. Can you excuse my rent? So we've all just gotta like band together and try to keep each other sane. Bo Bear, do you want that? Hold on, he wants his ball. I'll be right back, guys. Here. Chewy delivery just came today, see? And I won't let him have it until I've gotten the tags off, but he's been growling at me to have it. Here you go. He's been growling at me. But yeah, I mean, listen, don't feel attacked. Yes, Afterpay will catch up on you too. I was going to do a whole other video like on this, but we're just going to talk about it tonight because you brought that up, Tracy, and you're actually very smart. Here's the thing about Afterpay and Klarna, and I want to talk about how you can responsibly use them because I get why people use it. And Tiffany Ferg has a really good video on this, but I understand why people use Afterpay and Klarna. It's not just, yes, there is the part where it's like we're getting, ooh, I forgot to put in my good mic, so I'm sorry if you're hearing it all crazy. Let me see if I can plug in my better mic while we're talking and see if it'll work. But yeah, I mean, I get it. We are people who want good things now. We want our shit now. We want to have fun now. We want to enjoy it now. Anything. But the problem is, and we all want our, like, I want shit right now, right? I want to have my satisfactions right now. And there are times when it's going to happen. And I say that, and I get how people can want to use them. Also, credit cards people don't like to have because of the interest rate, right? You get a credit card, and I get it. It helps with your credit and all that good stuff. I mean, I don't give a shit about credit anymore. I've given up on it. It's a construct designed to keep us down. Don't get me started on that road. But is it good or bad? It went away? Hold on. Let me, hold on. Hold on. Hello, hello. Hello, 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 hello. There we go. Can y'all hear me now? Can you hear me now? I finally I'm doing tech shit. I'm so excited for myself right now, guys. I'm sorry. Because I plugged it because like this mic is better than that mic. That mic tends to make me sound all garbly on playback, and I forgot that, so I'm sorry. But what I was getting at is like Afterpay is awesome. Klarna awesome, and Tiffany Ferg, I'll make sure to link her video at the end of this, but Tiffany Ferg does a really good video talking about Afterpay and Klarna. I'm not a fan of credit cards. I don't like the interest rate. It's too damn high. It just is. You know what I mean? I get that they're lending you money, but for you to lend me money and then be like, and the interest rate is going to be 23%, that's way high. And so a lot of people just steer clear of them. Plus you get all that credit card debt. Not saying you can't go into debt using Afterpay and Klarna, because you can. But to use it responsibly, number one, if you have both of them, only use each of them one time. Like don't sit there and have 7 or 8 of these payments running. Pay off what you're going to do, what you're going to use. Rent in Chicago is too damn high. Thank you, Kimberly. I don't know how I've learned how to use this thing. Like, I'm feeling a little like
who the fuck am I right now? What kind of magic has happened here? Because I don't know how I know how to use any of this. But I think that if you're going to use it, get your Afterpay. Don't buy more than you can pay off, like in total, in 2 pay periods. Do you see what I'm saying? So don't go crazy. Even if they give you the limit of $700, don't buy $700 worth of shit. You can't pay that off in a reasonable amount of time. What you would want to do is do your first payment. And the other thing that I would say is whenever you can, you don't have to wait for them to withdraw your account. You can go in and just make payments when you want to. I know I said I'm one of those people that likes to pay for things, but I wanted to do an experiment after I said that. So I bought some things on Afterpay and I was like, oh, okay. And I wanted to know how it works. So what I realized, yes, Kimberly, you hit that shit. Yes. So it becomes very, very easy to get into these stores, especially like Sephora. I don't see it as much with Ulta because Ulta doesn't have tons of like extra high price stuff, although skincare, yes, they do. But you can very quickly get yourself into trouble and have $300-400 worth of stuff. And I know in your mind, you're like, oh, it's only, this amount. That's only this amount. You can definitely do installment payments. There's nothing wrong with that because we do installment payments on lots of things. We do installment payments on our cars. None of us, there's very few of us walking around right now with a car that we're not currently paying on. So we are doing an installment payment there. There's nothing inherently wrong with installment payments. And the biggest difference between this, like Afterpay and like layaway, is that with Afterpay, you get your shit now. You don't have to. Also, it helps the store. So one of the reasons that these are so popular is because the retailer gets the benefits as well. It's not just us, right? It's not just us. The store gets the benefit as well. Because back in the old days, because I'm 40 this month, and back in the old days, you used to do layaway. But the thing about layaway was if for whatever reason you couldn't get it or you couldn't do something with like whatever it was, if you couldn't, then nobody got credit for it. The store didn't actually get the sale. They put it on hold for you all this time. And you maybe ended up not buying it or not being able to finish it out or had other things come up. And so the store didn't get the credit. Afterpay closes that gap. What Afterpay does is it allows Afterpay and Klarna services like that. They close that gap so the retailer gets credit for selling you this stuff. Everybody who's involved gets credit for selling that to you. Oh, come here. Come here. Oh, we'll just take this then. So the retailers involved get credit now where they couldn't, before they would have to wait for this to actually sell. Now they're not having to worry about it. Now you go on, you pick out the items you want, you purchase them. This is what I would definitely say. Purchase that stuff like you are actually paying the money for it now. Don't purchase it with the idea of it's only $20 every 2 weeks. Purchase it with the idea that I'm paying for this right now. Because if you put that in your head, then when you have $300 worth of shit in your cart, you have to start going, oh, I do have to pay $300 back. Think about it as if I had $300, because here's the other thing that they don't take into account. A lot of people actually have the full amount available to pay to buy their Afterpay item. But the thing is, it's a shift, right? If you buy all of this right here, then maybe like groceries are going to be a little less. So people just don't really want to do that shift necessarily, but they're having a sale right now. And I get it. Sales are sales, but there are times when there's like your golden item, you know what I mean? It's your golden item and now your golden item's on sale, bitch, sign me up. So the other good thing about Afterpay, which Kelsey brought up, and I'm going to go find it. Here it is. Kelsey said that she likes Afterpay because there is no interest unless you miss a payment. And that is the difference. I think one of the things that people really, really like about using these kinds of services is that there isn't interest being charged to you. You're not getting punished like you do with a credit card. And I'm not saying there's anything wrong with a credit card. I just won't have them, but because credit cards are not my friend. It ends up being a problem where you start spending your actual money on dumb shit and using your credit card to survive. This is my experience with it. You spend your real money on dumb shit, use your credit card to survive, and you're like, I've made a mistake. But yeah, the good thing about that is they've really essentially removed the obstacles that people had to buying things on credit. Like, why would I want a credit card now? What is the point? It doesn't do me any good. Let me see what else y'all are saying. And then there is no interest on those unless you miss a payment. And the payment does come out every 2 weeks. But again, you don't actually, because the one I'm messing with, I actually went and I did one, and then my payment was coming due, and I just paid it before it was due. I was like, cool, I'm getting paid again this week. So I get paid every week. Don't look at me weird. So I'm more than likely going to keep paying. Like, I'm just going to pay it off this paycheck and then be done. And the thing about it is, you really do have to be very, very careful with it, because you can, just like with anything that's awesome, get out of hand, get out of pocket. So one of the things you have to really do is like, look at your cart and evaluate what you want. It's kind of why I like to do those what's in my cart videos, because realistically, the longer that I have things in my cart, the easier it is for me to really start differentiating between what I actually want to have and like love and my must-have items. I'm going to do that in quotes because like I don't have to have it, but I have to have it. And really see like, well, I kind of just wanted this for some dumbass reason, but this is something that I'm like, if I don't have, this is my thing. I want this thing. So yeah, I think that, you know, it's going to be very easy for us to get caught up in all this mess. Don't allow that to happen to yourself, because when this happened in the 2006, 2007 what was once the worst economic crash. This happened then too, where they really just started taking advantage of people. And I wouldn't even say taking advantage of people. They just really started using the situation to their advantage. They used the fact that many of us were out in these streets, having some difficulties, having some financial hardships, and they were just using a lot of us purchase things to soothe us. It doesn't matter what it is you're buying it, whether it's makeup, gym equipment, enough, you're getting yourself in trouble. So it doesn't really matter. He just went outside. He's just mad again because I'm on camera and not with him, even though we've literally spent all day cuddled together. But yeah, I mean, this happened the last time around. They did it the last time. They will not stop doing it. Stop. They're not going to stop doing it. They're not going to give up. They're going to keep doing it. Oh my God. I don't know if you guys just heard him fart through the mic, but he farts and it's loud. And I own up to my farts. This is him. He's just straight up blowing ass, and it's unpleasant for me because he's been doing it all day. But yeah, those services are very helpful when you want them, but you don't have to like get crazy with it. And I think that the thing that you have to remember is everything that's on sale right now, it's gonna stay on sale, okay? Because as Victory Begins in the Garden says, oh shoot, there we go. It's going to be a buyer's market. Everything is going to be on sale. Yes, and it's gonna stay on sale. And it's just like a lot of things are gonna get deeper and deeper and deeper discounts. So don't get like stressed that like this favorite thing that you want is not going to be on sale anymore. I know the Ulta 21 Days of Beauty is over, but is it? Have you been on Ulta lately? Because there's a lot of shit still on sale. Like it's going deeper as we move forward with all of this stuff, because a lot of these companies are going to start doing that. Sorry, I started laughing because Becky says my dog is tiny and cute, but real farty. Listen, Bo sounds, he grown man farts. They just started a drugstore sale on Ulta. See? And it's going to continue. So right now, that's why I'm saying, be careful with the credit cards, be careful with the Afterpay, be careful with the Klarna, be careful with all of that, be careful with the store credit cards. They're going to hand it over to you. They're going to give it. They're going to give it up. They don't care. They're going to give it to you. Your credit score, like I feel like at this point, your credit score could be like a 3. And they're like, here's your credit card, because the economy's crashing and they still need people to buy stuff. Our economy, especially in the US, is based almost exclusively on us buying shit. It's like war and buying stuff. Like that's what we have in the US. So If we don't have that, yes, so yeah, Emily said, I'm bringing this up too. There's crazy stuff on sale at Sephora before the VIB sale too. Yes. Ooh, wait, what? Yep, basically only buying things on sale right now. That's how I got Bronze Seduction. Ooh, Jamie, nice. See, and that's the thing. Remember that we have the power as buyers right now. We do. We have the power. They do not. So don't, if you need to, and here's what I'm doing and have been doing is I have been shutting down because like with Google, with Gmail, it's like so awesome because you just get to go in there and be like, that's spam, unsubscribe. And then it just doesn't come anymore. So I remove all of those and don't allow them to continue sending me like emails. And also, when you make a purchase, be sure to uncheck that little box that they have pre-checked for you that says send me information about sales and offers. Uncheck that box. Uncheck it. I do not allow that. I'm not going to let them do it. And the biggest reason I refuse to allow them to do that to me is because it's just constantly in my face. And especially with how everything is right now, I don't need them. But yeah, unsubscribe from all the brand emails, the store emails. Like I don't let Ulta send me Sephora. I don't let them send me stuff. No, thank you, ma'am. No, thank you. I'm not doing it. And if need be, another trick that I use to keep myself like together is I will like what is that word? Uninstall. There it is. I will uninstall the app. I will actually just uninstall the app and be like, not watch. No, because the app also sends you notifications. So now it's like, I just uninstall the app for a while. And then when I'm ready to like buy some stuff, I'll install it again. And then, then that's fine. But Feffy, you are correct. The most important thing is to not fall for these sales and for limited edition type stuff, not product. But buy it now, it'll never be at this price again, kind of BS. It is, and I'm so tired of that. It's been like that for so long. Although I am kind of worried that the Jackie Aina palette is like going out of circulation because it like is disappearing everywhere. And I'm like, but I stopped freaking out about it because I also had to keep in mind that production might be down. So also keep that in mind when stuff is out of stock, like the Vivid, like there's a lot of stuff on Colored Rain that is out of stock right now, but keep in mind that production may not be happening. So don't like freak out and be like, I'm never going to get it again. But yeah, I like it when y'all, oh my gosh, unsubscribe for brand emails. Yes, what's funny is like, are y'all like me where you just start creating new emails after a while because you get tired of all the junk that arrives in one email? And then you're like, I'm going to move on from this. I'm not going to deal with it anymore because that's what I've been doing. I'm like, oh, I'm going to let that email address just go on its merry way. Sorry, he got really quiet. And when your children get quiet, you're like, what are you doing? Emily, you're bringing up a really good point there, which is indie brands are going to be out of stock because they're struggling to get raw materials. Yes. So keep this in mind, guys, because like everything is not going to be able to be restocked with all of your indie brands and all of that good stuff. If you are not in a situation where things are going to, where things are harsh for you and you like to buy makeup, that's fine. If you're not, don't stress and feel like you're never going to get it again. It's going to come back just as soon as things get to like new normal. I'm going to stop calling it normal because it's new normal. We're not going back. I watched that happen with Groupon. They had something on sale one day, 30% off, the next day, 20% off, then back to 30% the next day. Come on, quit scamming. Exactly. And that's the biggest thing, right? If you go on Beauty Bay or Beautylish right now, I can guarantee you that there are things where like they go on and off sale. It just kind of moves back and forth. Oh, Yolanda. Here's the problem. I did do that. And then I made a friggin' YouTube channel with my shopping email. Y'all don't judge me, okay? I need to create another my fifth email address. It's fine. We're not gonna talk about it. I'm looking for a new bronzer. It's been a little rough going, and here's the problem. I saw this bronzer, but I think it might be maybe Marc Jacobs. Y'all, why? I'm gonna go broke. Like this whole thing is gonna ruin our lives because we're just inside with nothing to do but be like marketed to in a way that we had been avoiding for a while. And then we have to like pay attention to all this celebrity nonsense, and they just keep coming at us like, hey, pay attention to us. So, and we're just like, no, thank you, we're good. We're good. So I have a question. What is everybody looking forward to? Like, are there any eyeshadow palettes, any kind of new things out there that anybody's looking at or eyeing so I can look at it? I have a lot of thoughts on out of stock because I believe that these brands know that there's a price point for everyone. Example, I bought all my bitch, what? Sorry, I called you a bitch. What? I didn't call you a bitch. I'm trying not to be offensive. Okay, hold up now. Keisha, Beautylicious making everybody poor. And don't get me started on Beauty Bay because I lost my whole life on that for a second. And I was like, oh no. Like, that's how I got some fun little palette. I don't know. I'm gonna try it out and see how I feel about it. But it was like $17, and I don't know what. Like, it was part of my experiment with, you know, the Afterpay and the Klarna shit, because I was like, thank you, Yolanda. I feel much better. Yes, bitch. I'm gonna have to pull that up so people know I didn't just say that. It's fucking awesome. And see, that's the thing. I buy a lot of shit on sale. Like, I went shopping today, and the thing was, each palette individually was, I think, 20. Let me go look, because each palette individually was far more expensive than what I got them for when I decided. Oh wait, is that it? That's it. So hold on, I'm almost there. Let me get to the spot. So each palette, they had this thing where they were like, get a palette bundle. It's on Kaleidos. And I was like wanting to try Kaleidos because Emily is a really good influence on me, or bad, depending on who you ask. And the thing about it was that the 3 palette set is $59. Each palette, though, is $24. So 24, I'm doing math here because if I try to math out loud, so it's $72. And so basically I got $13 off to get like a 3rd palette. So I did it. And I don't want to hear any shit about it. I did it. Hold on. Wait, what did Victor say? Ooh, yes. If this could kill celebrity culture, that would be one good thing that will come out of it. Oh my God. Yes. I've been watching As Told by Kenya. Oh my God. Technically, Tracy, is really right. You're fucking smart. Like, now I'm feeling extra dumb over here. Like, I'm dumb at 40. I was watching As Told by Kenya, and I think Amanda Beebe does a little bit. But As Told by Kenya has been going off on these celebrities. And I actually wasn't planning on talking about this tonight, but well, who cares? The whole point is that we hang out and have fun. No, you're not. No, you're not being critical at all. I was saying technical. You're actually very technical. Like, your name is technically Tracy, and then you came out with this badass math, like boom, boom, and I was like, what? I'm not smart enough. I mean, I am. I can't do like simple math, guys. I can do like logarithms, but I cannot do simple math. But the thing that's funny is I remember back in the celebrity days where they were always screaming at us to leave them alone, and they were people too, and stop following us and stop that. So then we left them alone. I, for one, started hanging out on YouTube, I was streaming a lot more. And here's the thing. I noticed that when I was no longer involved in celebrity bullshit ass drama and who's doing what with who and having a baby with who and breaking up someone's relationship, I started to enjoy movies and shows way more. Like, I don't know about you guys, but I started to enjoy it a lot more because since I wasn't involved in all their bullshit ass drama, like, I could just watch their show or their movie and like it and not have that like weird, like, oh, I can't watch this because I don't like her because of what she did to it. And I was like, this is so dumb. I don't even care. I don't even know these people. Like, I would just sit there and be like, why does it matter? Like, obviously there's certain things that I won't let slide, but I'm just like, Why does it matter that he like yelled at his girlfriend and said she was ugly? Like, why does that matter to me? So it's been years since I've even paid attention to any celebrity gossip. And in fact, imagine how shook I was last year when I first discovered that like Cameron Diaz was like married to one of those dudes from Good Charlotte. I was like, the fuck? And then I asked my cousin, I was like, hey, did you know so? She's like, yeah, they've been married for 5 years. I was like, bitch, how come I didn't know that? Because I got out of their lives like they asked us to do. So I've been over on YouTube. I have been on Twitter. I have been on TikTok. I have not been paying attention to them. But I'll tell you what, when they show up on any of these platforms, and I think the first time I really started to notice that we just didn't care was way back when I still kind of like, actually I don't even watch it, but you see it come up now, like celebrities reading mean tweets about themselves. And I had to stop and think about this. It's not a coincidence that most of it is mean tweets. Because we like don't want them in our space anymore. It's funny to me because I think the majority of us don't want celebrities in any of our spaces. We just kind of want them to go back where they were. And it's like every time they try to go live, every time they try to show up on TikTok, we're just like, shh, get on over there. Get back to what you were doing. Remember when you said you wanted us to leave you alone? We're totally leaving you alone. Like, we don't want you here. Stop bothering us. And then Teresa says, Audra, so agree. I can't stand celebrity jackassery. And I don't think any of us can. It's just too much. Like, I've reached a stage with a large amount of them where I'm just like, I'm gonna need all y'all to shut up. Whatever it is, just shut up. Just shut up and make your movies. Just shh. Because as soon as I stopped paying attention to them, oh my gosh, somebody did a video on like Vin Diesel had some kind of app or something. I think maybe he's on Facebook Live. That's what it is. He was on Facebook Live, and I don't know if he's still doing it. But oh my God, it was so funny. It was the funniest video I'd ever seen in a really long time. And it was just like him being super weird. Like he's a very strange gentleman. And like from those Facebook Lives, he's very strange. But I don't know. I don't want them. You wanted us to leave you alone. We left you alone. And now here you are, like, wait. And I really, when you started to see YouTubers coming up and people caring more about seeing their favorite YouTuber than they did about seeing their favorite celebrity, it was like problematic. I mean, now like there's paparazzi following YouTubers. Well, they were when they could go outside. Wonder how that's going to pan out later. COS, you're not late. You're just on time. I care so little about celebs. I know. I don't like them at all either. There was this montage urging us to stay at home. It was filled with celebrities that I had no idea who they were. Victory begins in garden. Let me tell you, I did an Oscar, like looking at the Oscar outfits and just like whatever that is. Yay, boo. Anyways. And there were so many people in those pictures where I was like, I don't know who the hell this person is, but they're slaying wearing this dress. I don't know who this person is, but I had to go with like the celebrities I knew from what, 2014? I don't know. I don't know who they are anymore. Like literally I only know who an actor or actresses are if they are in an action movie or a horror movie. Vin Diesel plays Dungeons and Dragons with other celebrities, which is kind of cool and nerdy. Yeah, but he does these like, I've got to see if I can find it somewhere on YouTube because he was doing these like really awkward Facebook Lives. And I think that's the other thing is like, I've come to realize I don't actually want to know these celebrities in real life. I prefer them in their, their little box. I prefer, you said you were a person, go be a person. And then when we see each other again, just, be a celebrity then. Yeah, that's how we're going to do this. Because most of y'all foolish and I can't with y'all. Y'all just be out here singing Imagine. Then talking about how hard, like, listen, all of us brocos down here in the bottom, we literally do not want to hear you talking about how hard it is for you to stay in your ginormous mansion. Like none of us want to hear it. Like, because none of you are ever worried right now in any way, shape or form about where your next meal is coming from. None of you are worried about going broke, having delivery like to your house virtually every other day. I don't know. Like, it's just weird. I think like it's weird how much they're trying to come back and like be like, but we love you guys. And we're like, yeah, we used to date. And I feel like that's how we are now with celebrities. We're literally at this point where we're looking at them like right now we're at the club, okay? We're at the club. Y'all my friends. They're like, who's that? And I'm like, we used to date. Let's not talk about it. Like that's what I feel like. I feel like we're just like, ugh, that's that guy I used to date. Ugh. That's how I feel we are with celebrities right now. Like every time they show up on a platform, we're just like, ugh, we used to date, but not anymore. Yes, Jen Takes Five. That montage was just so hideous. So hideous. Oh my God. COS, if you have not seen that tone deaf ass thing, I believe Amanda Beebe has it on hers, and I'm not sure. It's told by Kenya might have it as well. It was so horrible. It like, first of all, I was like, are you guys serious? And they were like, imagine all the people. Yes, that. And then they're all like wooden. It was horrible. Ugh. Keisha, I don't really know. They're both horrible. Like celebrities, and here's what happened. When we said, okay, we'll leave y'all the fuck alone, they got so far out of touch that their feet, like it's not even, we can't even say they're so far out of touch, their feet don't touch the ground. Like they're like in a whole other atmosphere. They've gone to another atmosphere where they actually believe that like they could make a We Are the World for a fucking pandemic. Are you kidding me? Like, no, like this is a pandemic. You assholes are out here trying to be like, we're singing you guys a song. Bitch, if you do not take your raggedy ass, I'm sorry, but that just it made me so mad. I'm like, no. And then you have Ellen over here talking about how her mansion is a prison. I saw that too. As told by Kenya, dragged her to filth. And I'm just like, Ellen, first of all, you're not funny. She's not funny. I don't know why. Like, I've tried to enjoy Ellen. I really have. I tried. I did try, you guys. And I don't like Ellen. I don't like her stupid dancing. I don't think it's cute. And listen, I know that people do, and I'm probably going to get roasted for this, but I don't like her stupid dancing. I don't like her. Like, she was always doing those faces. You know, she's like, I can't. I can't. I cannot. I can't deal with Ellen. Like, I cannot stand her whole thing. And I even tried to watch her special where she was like, what's funny about her special is her special was about her talking about how she is out of touch with reality. And like, now here she is, be like, it's like being in a prison. I'm like, you do know they can't even have cell phones in prison, right? They have to like illegally get them in. Don't ask me how I know that. I haven't been to prison, but I know. But it's just, I don't know. These people are so fucking far off on some other planet, and it's really annoying. It's reached this stage with these people where I'm just like, we are all out here struggling, and we're trying really, really hard to deal with this. There's nothing like prison, and you are right, COS. I'm really tired of people equating things to prison, just like people would try to equate things to Nazis. Like, we have got to stop using these terms. Yes. We've really got to stop using these terms so glibly, would be the word there. And it's just too much. Like, we've got to stop acting like, because every time somebody says like, well, they're acting just like Hitler, I'm like, are they? Can we stop saying that? Can we? Because I don't think that's true. Yes, and John Lennon's song was about anti-war during the Vietnam War. It's man-made. The song is about voluntarily surrendering pretense, labels, prejudice, and materialism. And there they are in all of their materialism, singing Imagine. So I can't deal with this, where these celebrities keep coming from. And the thing is, it was like this even before all of this shit went down, even before we all had to self-quarantine and all of that. They have for a long time been, and I swear you can watch the correlation between the popularity of YouTube and celebrities just getting further and further out of the fucking world, to where you're like, are you guys okay over there? Like, we're having to check in on them. Do you know what I'm saying? Like, we're having to check on them and be like, do you need help with reality? Because it seems like as we started streaming and moving away from them and doing exactly as they asked us to do, which is leave them alone, so we left them alone. So as soon as we did that, we turn around and y'all, we should have kept our foot on their necks, because we turn back around and they're foolish. They are so foolish. And there's not a day that goes by where one of these people is not saying or doing something racist, sexist, misogynistic. You're just like looking at these people like, are you guys okay? Do we need to come help you? Do we need to start paying attention to y'all again? I don't want to, but like, if you need that, I'll find somebody who will. I'm an extrovert who hates being home and alone every day, but I recognize how privileged I am to have a home and a job, and I can afford a Wi-Fi, computer, etc. This is not prison. Annoying as fuck, though. Yes. And that is the truth. Like, being in our homes right now is so stressful. It's just, we're making the best of it, right? We're all trying to make the best of a bad situation. And I think, you see it with a lot of the lives. I know that, most people, one of the reasons that some of people are keeping their lives pretty short, which I'm trying really hard not to go over an hour and a half, because anything longer than that, it seems like the feed starts to break up and everything gets a little messy, because so many people are going live and trying to like say hello to everybody. But no, they've been foolish. Let them wallow and flop sweat in their foolishness. Yes. This is just, I don't know what happened. I don't know why these people think that it's okay to say that. And I say that about anybody. When you're just sitting here saying, oh, it's like a prison in here. I'm like, it's not. This isn't like a prison. Like, I have all this space. I can come and go as I please. Still, that's the other thing, Ellen. You can still come and go as you please. So it's definitely not like a prison. You don't have to stay in your house. It's advisable. We should, but you don't have to. Like, if you have to leave to go get something, you can. I can move around here freely without anybody asking me what I'm doing. I have that ability. I can go out on the patio if I want to. I can use a cell phone whenever I want to. I have access to a computer. I'm doing a live stream right now. You can't do that from prison. Like, these kinds of things are just, it's really just ridiculous. You can't equate a voluntary lockdown to being involuntarily locked up. Like, you can't. Yeah, and we can, and here's the other thing. We're free to eat what we want. So like I can eat whatever food, like my food is not planned for me. You know what I mean? Like, if I want to eat this, I'm going to eat that. If I want to eat the chips all day, I can eat chips all day. These people are getting on my nerves. Like, I just want the celebrities just, and then Jamie, yes. Same. I'm happy to have strangers stay away from me, but I want to hug my friends. I actually do too, and I'm not even a hugger. I really guys, the human contact, I kind of miss it a little bit. Like, I miss it when I used to be like, don't touch me, when people tried to touch me. At least they were trying to touch me. Now people can't even. But here's the thing. I never had the strength to say, for a long time, I wouldn't say anything about Ellen, because I felt like they were like, Ellen is America's sweetheart. I was like, am I American? Because I never got it. I just never did. I get it. I get what she did for the world, I guess, and the US and the LGBTQI community. I get what she did there, but it's like she's not funny, and I don't like her show, and I don't understand why people watch the Ellen show, to be honest. Like, I tried it, and I was like, I didn't get it. I don't know. I just don't get it. I don't understand her appeal. I don't understand it. And then there was I think I even disliked her more because everyone was running around with an Ellen haircut, and that was the lesbian signal at the time, was that you had a Ellen haircut. And so it's like, oh, okay. That's how you came out then, though. So she did do that. Like, that back then, that is how you came out. You just went and you got an Ellen haircut, and then everyone's like, oh. I'm going to get in trouble for that. I can feel it. I'm going to get in trouble for it. But that was true. Like, there was like a whole set of things that you had to do back then to like signal that you were either gay, lesbian, straight. Like there was the earring thing for men. That like there's all like y'all don't even the 90s was something else for the LGBTQI community. Something else. Because you had to do all kinds of dumb shit to be like part of the community. Not you had to do it, but that was how you showed outwardly to the world that you were LGBTQI. You had to be like if you were a guy, you had to have, what was it, the left ear pierced. Now it doesn't even matter. And then like you had the left ear pierced, you were gay. But if you had the right ear, you were a straight guy. Like it was a whole ass mess back then. That was like the thing. That was how I grew up. It was so ridiculous. And so when you were a woman and you came out as lesbian, then you had to go get like that horrible haircut. Like you had to. And I don't know why that was a thing. Femme was not a thing then. So like it was just kind of messy. But and it was like, it's so interesting to see how much things have changed, because I remember like my real hair underneath here, that haircut in the 90s would have been like, well, it would have been black girl cool. If I was white though, that haircut in the 90s, no, I'm not trying to be mean to anybody, but like if I was white in the 90s with my same haircut, they would have said I was gay. Like they would have been wrong, but they would have said I was gay. And I was like, yes, Yolanda, that's what I'm talking about. Because she was on the, yeah. And then she had the kiss, and there was a kiss heard round the world. And that's really what she did for the community. She did that kiss, and then that was the end of all of that. Yeah, it's not. Hey, fellow Pan, it is not. It is not very easy, because everybody's always just kind of asking, well, but like, who do you like? And I'm like, whoever. And I'm like, but male or female? I'm like, uh-huh. Well, I mean, are you gay or are you straight? And I go, uh-huh. Like that is how I feel about my life. Every time someone asks me about my sexuality, I feel like I spend a lot of time just going, yep. So you like girls? Mm-hmm. And you like guys? Mm-hmm. Does that make you bisexual? Well, there's others. There's trans folk too. You like trans people? Why wouldn't I? I just like people. I like a person. I love your soul, not your body, although that helps. Speaking of bodies, you guys, this thing has got to end. Like, this has to end. We have got to get contact. Carnal contact. We have to get some carnal contact. It's been months now, and I wasn't even worried about it when I was in my asexual phase. Now it's just, now it's gone too far. It's gone too far. I can't. See, and technically, Tracy, you're saying this, I'm completely shallow, body first, then soul. But guess what? Everybody's body is fine as fuck right now. Listen, I caught myself one morning, you guys, and I was looking over at a gentleman. I was like, yeah, look at him putting them waders on. Look at him putting them boots on. He was not attractive. I was just excited to see. I was looking at a woman the other day. I'm a creep in the car, by the way. Do not get in a car ride with me, because I'm a creep. So I'm riding around, and these are the words that came out of my mouth. And I shit you not, I wish I was making this up. I said, she got them big legs, I just had a baby and I don't give a fuck to work out legs. Go on, girl. That's where we are right now. Like, I'm literally breaking down every aspect of every human being, and just like, oh my God, what? I cannot. A 7-year hiatus? Oh my God. Girl, they have to blow like the, you know how it's like Viking things where they, when you finally, I'm sorry, Emily. That's where I am now. Like I'm literally looking at like everything about everyone. Like I'll look over and be like, look at him wearing that shirt. I see you trying to like me, boy, in that shirt. He's wearing a shirt. It's just a shirt. Like I don't know what's happening. Hold the door open for me, and I'm just like, oh, I know you want some of this. Holding open that door, risking the virus. Like you guys, it's getting bad. I'm not, Fefi, I won't put that up there if you don't want me to. What? That's, I don't know that. I was a virgin until I was 21, though. And y'all do not want to hear the story of my virginity because it's awkward. It's kind of creepy. Actually, if I say it out loud, it's super creepy. I'm very allergic to having children. Like I thought, sorry, that was from thinking about having children. No, I'm just kidding. that is, if I ever, one day I will have a Patreon and that will be a Patreon only story because I am not putting that story out in the whole world. Here's the thing. I'm really concerned that when we all break out of this, like, I don't even think a lot of babies are going to be had because I think everybody's going to be wrapping their business up. And I think a lot of us are probably currently right now ordering. We're like, okay, birth control. Everybody's getting their supplies ordered. If you haven't, like, now's the time. I think everybody's starting to order their supplies so that when we do break free, it's going to be, listen, it's going to be an all out freak fest. I'm not saying that there's going to be an orgy in the park, but I'm not ruling it out. I think we're all gonna, I'm concerned about all of our well-being. And here's what I'm gonna say. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good because it's been a while. If you're single, it's gonna kind of, but don't let that make you fall in love with somebody you shouldn't be in love with. You know what I'm saying? We're kind of, girl, yes. We really are. Like, we used to not, but now. You know what? Here's the thing. I don't think we are, though, Emily, because like there's whole generations of people who still don't want to have kids and they have their I can't remember. And I don't want to say it wrong because one of them's a bum and one of them's for birth control. And I don't want to fuck it up right now. Oh my God, Pepe, I just sang it in his voice. Thank you, Yolanda, because I was like, so here's the thing that my isolation has done for me. I'm having some difficulties with words. It's getting a little rough. S words are becoming particularly more difficult for me. I'm forgetting things. I swear to you, he's probably tearing up something I really don't want him to tear up, and I'm slightly concerned about it, but he's happy, so I'm just going to leave him there being happy. You just hit all of your husband's game controllers in revenge. There are no adults in this household. Y'all, we're getting messy in this bitch. There's going to be a lot of divorces. I honestly don't think there's going to be a shit ton of babies because a lot of people have already been on their birth control anyhow. And those of us who are single who weren't, we about to be. Now we're all, I think everybody's online, like getting all their stuff together for when we're free. Because I feel like it's just going to be a whole lot of bumping uglies. There's going to be a whole lot of like, bow chicka wow, 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 wow. And do not judge people when they pop off in 45 seconds. Don't be hateful. It's been a while. Everybody's trying. Things are getting rough in these streets. Listen, When I'm like looking at all my, yes, carrots and fucking tacos. Carrots and tacos shall meet, and it's gonna be rough going. I'm gonna feel like I don't remember how to do it. I mean, I won't climb aboard the ship anyway because that's too much work, but I'm just saying, it's just it's getting rough. It's getting rough. I don't know how we're gonna handle it. I'm really concerned about how we're all just gonna clash together. And I want to know who out there is having some kind of like Tinder, Snapchat, like steamy affair right now. Like not affair as in like cheating on your spouse or whatever, but affair as in who's like, Mindy, that is not necessarily true, woman. Women are having babies at 50. I'm just lucky that mine doesn't work. So, because I'm menopausal, my whole back is filled with sweat right now. Sweat. I'm going to grab some more wine. Be right back. Talk amongst yourselves. What was it? What was it from? That old school Saturday Night Live. And he would say, the peanut is neither a pea nor a nut. Discuss. Ooh, I'm sweating. Sweating like a whore in church. All right, wine, coffee talk. Yes! See, okay, so I got rid of all of my dating apps. And I also recently, this week, deleted my, I deactivated. I deactivated my Facebook, and I'm so excited for that. Was it Linda? Hi, my name is Linda. Welcome to Coffee Talk. So like I kind of like, but there's a part of me that kind of wants to like check it out and for like a second, like see what's happening. Because what if the love of my life is out there? Actually, I'm not gonna fall in love until I'm 90. So here is a thing. And then y'all tell me what you want to talk about. But I want to tell you what I just binge watched all day today. All day. If you have Amazon Prime, Modern Love. If you have not seen that series, I was living for it. If you guys don't know this about me, I'm very realistic about love and relationships. And I despise the majority of romantic themed stuff because it's not realistic. That's why I don't like it. It's not it's not realistic, and it's just like bullshit. And I think it's bad for my brain, and I think it's bad for women's brains. So yes, Linda Richmond. I'm so glad you guys I love having people my age or like close to, because we all know about this old ass like SNL stuff. Like even back when, what was it? Dennis Miller was on there and he was all acerbic and like rude. And we used to really like that, the way he talked. Don't Audra, use the danger girl. I know. I do have exactly one person I am not doing anything with, who we were dating. Then he said that we were, which is so awkward to do at this age anyway, to say that we're boyfriend and girlfriend, because it makes me feel like I'm fucking 12 years old. But we were like together. He said that. And then promptly after saying we were together, suddenly has to leave town. He'd already gotten the cookie before that, so that wasn't the problem. I don't know what the problem was, but he was like, I'm leaving the state. And I was like, okay, douchebag. So I moved the fuck on and have been living my life. And I removed him from my Snapchat, all that shit. So now, like, before all this went down, he tried to come back and friend me on Snapchat, and I've just left him on, like, the attempt to be my friend. I don't know. Wait a minute. My most recent ex is an ER nurse, and it's been difficult not to want to care for him in text like I used to because I'm so damn concerned for him. Will not go back to bad relationships out of fear. Girl, you right, because I almost ended up back with my ex-husband because of that shit. And I was like, no, thank you. Oh no, I'm so concerned for my bestie. I know I said it before, but her WhatsApp is a field of red flags. Lord knows what her deprived brain will lead her to hook up with. I know. And yes, we're going to always say this. Gen X is the shit, okay? We were prepared for this kind of shit. Like, even though it sucks, we were still prepped. We were still ready. We were already ready. We had movies like Doom Generation and stuff, so we're prepped. We were prepped for everything to be a hot garbage dump. Dude, come here. You're only being hateful right now because, like, I don't know why we went out and did all the things and you pooped, and now you're acting crazy. Come here. But I just feel like, I don't know. I'm not. I do not know. We're in a lot of trouble right now, and you guys have got to watch the show Modern Love. It's on Amazon Prime. Girl, no, he had roommates. I wish he had been married. Not like that, but like it was better than him having roommates, being a grown-ass man with roommates. What happened in your life? Now, there were other things that I have poor taste in virtually everybody I date. Come here, dude. Come here. Come here. Come here. Thank you. I have horrible taste in like any and everybody that I date because like I just give the wrong people chances. I give the wrong people chances. I'm like, maybe it'll work out this time. Oh, it didn't. I was right there. I just ignore my initial instinct that says like, run, and I just stay. But yeah, Modern Love is a really, I like it because it's a realistic depiction of love and relationships that isn't soul crushing. Do you know what I mean? It's not like the movie The Breakup that just like destroyed your whole soul after you're done. You're like, well, glad you made this. This is actually really good. Any tips over getting any tips on getting over breakups? Well, first and foremost, a lot of people will say things like the best thing to do is to get under somebody else, to get over someone else, so you get under someone. I don't believe that. I think that eventually you do, but for me, a lot of it is just I block their phone number. I actually block and delete it so that I cannot call them and they cannot call me in my moments of weakness, especially because of alcohol. Alcohol does you dirty in those situations, and suddenly you're sitting there and you crying and you're like, I miss you. You don't want to do that. So like I learned very quickly that I needed to quickly remove all of that. Don't feel like you have to get into a relationship immediately. I think that is one of the biggest mistakes I've made in my past, and I think a lot of people have, is in quickly trying to move on. You will move on when you're ready to move on. Don't feel like you have to have somebody, and don't let your friends push you into it, because I think a lot of your friends try to help you by going out and trying to party and do all this stuff. So Keisha, I'm kind of on the cusp. I'm a zillennial anyhow, but they'll try to, let's go out, let's party, let's find you some. So like everybody's always trying to find you some ass somewhere. And the thing about that is like that for me, like it depends on the breakup, but it can actually sometimes make things worse, because sometimes the ass with the other person may not be what you wanted. And the other side of it is that it can blow your socks off and like make you feel things that you actually don't feel. Prepare yourself for having a rebound. It's almost inevitable for virtually every breakup. It's almost inevitable that you're going to have a rebound. You're going to try not to, but whomever you date afterwards, a large amount of the time, they're going to be a rebound person. They're probably going to be treating you in a way that the ex didn't treat you. They're just going to be they're going to be like puffing you up and making you feel real good. And you're going to feel like awesome. And because you feel awesome and feel good, you're also going to think that maybe you might love them. And usually those people who find you like that, they have problems anyway. And then they come and this is how you know you're in a rebound. This is what I figured out from my numerous rebounds, is they typically are in love with you sooner than you're ready to be in love. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird. Like they'll tell you like, I love you. And you're like, huh. And then you coming from a breakup and have had like a rough time will be like, I love you too. Oh my God. This was so easy and not complicated. Red flags. So yes, ma'am. You know how we were talking about unsubscribing from shopping stuff? Unsubscribe from douchebag monthly, ladies. Yes, please. Because this is, I mean, I say this all the time, and everybody's going to handle a breakup differently, but I think as long as you equip yourself with some of the tools that you need to just like not fall back into the pattern, don't go back to them out of fear, don't go back to them out of loneliness. You will be more lonely with somebody that you don't trust and love and want to really be with than you're ever going to be being by yourself. So, you know, I'd always recommend, you know, be by yourself, have a good time. I really hope none of my friends try to fix me up, Tracy, because it's a bad deal for them. I am also weird. I like to have my own space. I don't like you to be around too long. And it's really hard to fix me up because that's the good thing about being pan, I guess. It makes it more difficult for people to fix me up because they're like, so should I fix you up with a girl? I'm like, and I'm saved. Ouch! The burn. All right, guys, we're gonna take a shot on this one because she said no shade to you Taurus folks, Audra, but I loathe y'all dating choices. We're gonna just suck this down for a second because that really burned my chest. Ooh. In the depths of my soul. I know. Here's the problem with my dating style. And I was telling one of my best friends this today. I was telling my friend Shy because she was like, well, you just gotta like let down your walls and like, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, first of all, we're not unpacking this. Like, but the other thing I told her is, I was like, here's the problem with me as a grown ass woman dating. I now take what you say literally. So if you say, maybe we should take a break, I'm like, okay. And I just slide on. The problem is, especially with men, they don't know how to handle it. They're like, where the fuck did you go? And I'm like, what do you mean, where did I go? You said you want to take a break. And then they're like, yeah, but you just like left. I'm like, uh-huh. So I just, like with women, if they say that, and they're like, I think maybe we should take a break. And I'm like, all right. And I slide off. They meant it. I think that's the difference between women and men. Like when a woman says she wants to take a break, she actually meant, let's take a break. When men say they want to take a break, what they really meant is, I want to fuck other women. So like, that's what they're really saying. They're really coming at us with like, I want to fuck other women. That's what a man says. Like that is what he's really saying. When he's saying like, I want to take a break, maybe we should slow down. What it is they just want to somebody else. And I think that this is going to be very interesting, and this is an interesting time for us in dating because now that everybody's cooped up, I think a lot of the people who are always grass is always greener are starting to maybe see the benefits, hopefully, of not like that you can't see the grass at 17 different yards. Like it's going to get ridiculous. There's 17 yards. And now we're starting to see the ridiculousness of it. So I think that we're going to see a lot more people who are not willing to play any fucking games anymore. Those are facts. When a woman says anything in a relationship, trust she's been thinking about it forever. Yes. This is the thing. If I say something, like I've been mulling on it for a while. When I finally decide to say something to you in a relationship about something, like I've been mulling on that. And here, and like as a Taurus, like I try really, really hard really hard. The problem with Taurus is that like we try really hard not to blow up, but we do blow up, and it's ugly when we do. And it's because we've been stuffing everything down. I'm getting better at the stuff down. Like I'm not stuffing as much down as I used to, but it gets rough where I'm like, eh. And I think now to avoid that like stuff down feeling, I'm just like, all right, bye. Like I don't have time for this. I don't have time for you. Like now when people are doing all these bullshit games and I want to take this break or I want to do this, I'm just like, all right, well, you were interrupting my nap time anyway. Like I would have been spending this time laying on the couch with Bo, and I chose to spend it with you, which turns out to have been a poor decision on my part. So I'm going to go back to doing that, and you figure out whatever the hell it is you're going to figure out. And by the way, while you're figuring that out, I have deleted and blocked your number. Because I figure if you really wanted to be with me, you'll find me. Like, it's fine. Stinky eggs. Fact. They want to use you for emotional labor and get laid more while also not feeling the responsibility to give anything back. Nail on the head. Yes, because I've had that happen multiple times, which is why I talked about like I'm not going to build up another motherfucker in my I don't want to get married video, because I don't. Here's the thing. I'm gonna be 40 this year. If I meet you and you're still like, I don't have time. I'm not building you up. I'm not creating you. I don't have time. I'm a grown-ass woman. You're a grown-ass man. I should not be creating you. There's definitely something wrong in the dating landscape when I can meet women who have their shit together. We're just not compatible. And I can meet men where we're not compatible, but at the same time, they don't have any of their shit together. Like shit's just thrown the fuck apart. And they always have like just shit that's happened to them. I'm like, I don't know, shit's happened to me too, but I'm still, why do you have roommates and you're 36? Explain. In Texas, explain. So yeah, there is like, thank you. No Build-A-Man workshops out here, because listen to me, I'm not about it. I don't have the time to do that. We're laughing at each other now, I'm sorry. But that's how it is. I don't have time for this shit. I do not have the time or energy to be building people up. I can't do it. I can't. I wish I could. But I can't. It's too much work. The work that it's going to take me to be able to build you up. Because here's the thing. You spend all this time building a man up, and I'll speak specifically in heteronormative relationships. You spend all this time building a man up. Do you know what you get out of it? Jack shit, because most of them leave after they've gotten what they needed, which is like getting themselves to where they're like a good enough man for someone else. They're like, well, thank you for all the work you put into caring about me. Bye. And you're just sitting there like, I played myself. Come here, dude. I'm going to have to leave here soon because I bet he wants to go back out again, even though he's gone out several times today. Again, he's sneaky. He knows when I'm filming, so he's like, ooh, I got plans. I got a little plan. Hold on one second. Talk amongst yourselves. I'm going to get Bo the treats. First of all, there's that. Let's play with that. Why don't you want to play with that? You just didn't want to play with it because I'm not playing with the video. Okay, so I'll play. If you can give it back and not make me punch myself in the face, then I'll play with you, okay? Can you make it so that I do not punch myself in the face this time, or like punch myself in the mouth? Because that'd be great. Whew. I hit that thing every time. Sorry, guys. Your 2-hour feeding schedule. Yes, Bethany, Pipples are so, does yours headbutt you? Because Bo headbutts me. Like when he wants things, he will headbutt me. He is singularly focused right now. on this ball. I can never get these off. He doesn't eat them, thank goodness, because it's not paper, like paper towels. Women need pities for the show. We do. I find that like people just like, I don't need a man. I just made chocolate espresso cookies. Send me some. See, yeah, he has a whole, I know it's the scissors, but like I don't like that it leaves a weird edge. I get nervous about it. Plus, like this is something for me to hold on to because he is really actually quite terrible about like the way that he plays. He ends up making me punch myself in the face because I'm trying to, he's not good at playing. But in general, in most relationships, if you spend time building somebody up, it feels like you spent this time, you built them up, and then once they got what they needed out of you because they're like fucking vampires, and they're like, bye, and you're like, it's all right that I'm a shell of the person I used to be. I'm so stupid. Y'all, I bought this ring a long time ago, and I was like looking forward to wearing it this summer. That's why I bought it. And it's like now I don't even ever get to wear it because there's not a summer. I was looking forward to a hot girl summer, a braless hot girl summer with my itty bitty totties. Oh, T-tots? We'll say T-tots. I was looking forward to this like whole thing, and now it's like, oh, because I got some things to kind of go with it, and I was like, look at my ring. And now it's like, well, this summer I'll be inside, turning more yellow every day. Yes, Bethany, the energy vampires are the worst because they literally come in and like suck up everything that made you amazing, and then they take it from you, and then you have to like spend all this time rebuilding yourself. And so all of that to say, the way to get over a breakup is to just make yourself comfortable, delete, block their phone number, realize that you're definitely going to have a rebound. Don't beat yourself up over the rebound and saying, I love you too early. And then just like, do your thing. Also, just fun fact, women are statistically happier unmarried. Done. I'm done being a bitch. What day is my birthday? Or are you asking for me, Kelsey? Hey, Kara. Yo, I'm only watching this chat on here, so I have no idea what's happening in actual YouTube world. Like, I can't really see. Ruth, I love this wig. You can subscribe to this wig. I'm not going to talk about it, but you can actually subscribe because it's a synthetic wig, so it's not going to last super long. But I don't need a wig to last a long time. I finally realized I'm not going to spend a shit ton of money on wigs. Like I thought I was going to like buy a fancy ass wig at some point, and then I realized, but why? I don't. I'm never gonna because the thing is the wigs in Texas. It's cool to wear them like spring and summer for me personally, but then it gets too damn hot and I'm like hitting that menopausal. It is the 30th, April 30th, the last day of April. I was born on my baby shower. The day of my baby shower, I was born. I was like, I heard that there was a party, so I tried to show up, and I did. I was like, hey, I'm here for the party. I'm here for the party. Sorry. Yes, I do know Gretchen Wilson. We're not going to talk about it. Emily, thank you. So, yeah, I mean, that's really it. I just wanted to come say hello. If anybody has anything specific they want to talk about, I'll open the floor to y'all right quick, and then I'm going to take this rude ass boy out so that he can sit there and not poop because he doesn't have to. He doesn't have to. Just acting like, because if he did have to, he would be doing a whole ass dance over here. A whole ass dance, and he's not doing it when I say the word. When I say poop, nothing's happening. He's just sitting right there. He's just mad. Ooh, T's going live soon? Ooh, then I'm going to let you guys go over there because T is the business. Oh my gosh, guys. So last night, I actually used DJ She-Rock last night to just clean up, which if you saw things now, you wouldn't say that I cleaned up. But I did clean up quite a bit. I put away a lot of laundry. It started making me feel less stressed. Listen, Kara, when you are negotiating a hostage situation with your child, I don't expect you to be here. They're monsters, not your children, children in general. They're evil, and the situation gets a little ugly. Yes, Keisha, yes, you did. A room full of tourists. But listen, Taurus is kind. We're actually very nice. We're very sweet people. Just don't cross us. That's all. Don't cross us and don't fuck with our treasures, okay? Listen, I've said, listen. I'm gonna release the Taurus secret. Taurus are like dragons, okay? If you're ever trying to figure out what exactly, Taurus are like dragons. We're gonna leave on this. We like our treasures. You will never meet a Taurus that doesn't have their own cave of gold. You're never going to meet a Taurus. You're not. Every Taurus has a cave of gold. We are collectors of things. And you're going to find out, whatever it is, if you date a Taurus or whatever, like if you date a Taurus, if you're friends with a Taurus, we all have gold. We're dragons. You know, Smog, the desolation of Smog, you know? Every movie made about dragons, it's a Taurus, okay? It's a Taurus. So I just want you guys to know that, yes, that is how we live our lives. We do. You know what, Bethany? That is so shitty. That is, listen. The only people assume Gemini are two-faced, and that is not true. It's not. It's actually not true. Gemini just have quickly altering moods. That's all. It's not even quickly. But, you know. Go Earth signs, it's your birthday. So that's what I'm saying. I'm going to leave you on that note. Every Taurus that you run into, we're dragons. If you want to equate us to a mythical creature, we are actually dragons. We breathe fire when we're fucking pissed off, and we have a cave full of treasure. And don't fuck with our treasure, okay? Don't fuck with our treasure. See? We got treasures. All right, guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. If you would, go on over and see T if you love T. I don't care if you like her. Go over there. T is awesome. If you're not subscribed to Nappy Headed Hope, I don't even know what you're doing with your life. So I'm going to go over there. I will see most of you there. I hope. Have a good night. I love each and every one of you. And until next time, deuces!